What's going on, everybody? I'm Crystal Clear, and we're going to talk about the makings of the song Brighter Day remix. So originally, Brighter Day was the original song. Brighter Day was created by my brother for his Fade to Black Face of Life album. Awesome song. When I was listening to it, he said, I want to bring this back to the Christmas album because I think it deserves a remix. And I agree. It was one of the songs that I loved. So, it's like I love the slowness of the beat sometimes. I love things that brings me a challenge. So behind the makings of the Brighter Day remix was when I was listening to his original version, I wrote my lyrics as if it was part of the original song. So I was listening to it, and I'm trying to figure out the way to approach, because sometimes I have a hiccup on how to approach songs lyrically. So I listened to how my brother flowed on it. And I was like, you know what? That sounds like a nice flow I can capture and continue on as if it was part of another verse on the Brighter Day original. So I wrote my verse to the song, and pretty much, the basics of the song was that I needed to find Jesus Christ to help me to understand that I'm not in control of everything, and I just need him to make my day brighter. I need him to get rid of the situations that I can't control and make my days better. A lot of us as a society live in dark days where we feel like we have to do everything to stay in control. And sometimes the enemy, which is Satan, throw things at you that you cannot never be in control. And not just, the enemy, even yourself as a person. Like even I can do things that'll take my easiness of life and the calmness of my life and make it very troubling and cause problems in my life that would cause me hiccups and worry and stress. And I needed the Lord to come and help me. So that was my concept behind writing the verse to A Brighter Day. And the oldest line on there, I believe, was the Be My Orthopedic. And so, I try to be a smart person when I try to write lyrics. Sometimes I don't know why I'm writing it as it is. That's why I pray to God a lot about, how to write, how should I write this song? I usually go to God to pray about it a lot. And so, I did research on the stuff, or like orthopedics, what orthopedics do. And, I mimic the verse or try to write the verse according to it, so because I want to sound intelligent when I'm writing the verses. So that was one of the oldest lines of the verse, and then piece by piece, it was starting to come together, and it was probably it was a good verse. I love it, and I love the guy, the original guy. I didn't know if he was going to be on the remix, but just in case it was the original guy, he was going to put the verse of the original guy on there. That I was going to pay tribute to him when I said in the beginning, as we cry, because in the beginning on the verse of the hook of the original, he says, as I cry, as we search for a brighter day. So I wanted to pay tribute to him for the contribution that he did on the original. So the song was good. Big Sticks is on it. Azriel was on it. Like I said, I didn't do too much, but like I said, I didn't even know what the hook was or everything until I heard the final package, and it ended up working real well. So I hope you enjoy Brighter Day remix, because I do too. I was looking up the lyrics to it that I wrote earlier, so it's pretty cool, man. So go ahead and check it out.
Brighter Day.
The remix.
Yeah, that's a funny story about the Brighter Day, yo. The original was supposed to be with me and Carlos.
Okay.
But his situation with his family got kind of screwed up, and he couldn't come back in to redo it, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh man, I gotta get somebody to come in and sing these hooks. You know what I mean? So that's when I got Big Chuck. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, I got a split sheet that says this. You know what I mean? So I gotta change things around, and it was best. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call this one the remix, and I'm gonna call the one we put on the Christmas album the original.
Okay.
You know, they gonna be confused, but they're gonna bang it either way.
Right. Brighter Day, man. Again,
you heard that with Chris Harvey?
No, that one I didn't hear with Chris. Just the message. First, obviously the title of the track, "A Brighter Day," is I'm always into like a positive message, especially with the way today's music is, giving more of like a positive outlook, positive messages. Is my big thing. Like just going through the radio. I mean, I could go on and on about it, but just going through the radio, you hear so much negative or topics that lead to a negative outcome. Right. And it's just, and I mean, I'm not, of course, I know there's politics involved, especially with record labels wanting to push certain music, but being able to be with a label that likes to empower and send out positive message to encourage, I love that. So a title like "A Brighter Day," especially in today's times, of course, I would love to be on it, and I got the opportunity to smash it. The verse was very short, so I was able to write to it very quickly. Yeah, it's just like I said, the positive message. Me being the type of person where I enjoy mentoring, always definitely an opportunity to send out a positive, inspiring message, and I enjoyed it. Definitely a great record, especially for the Christmas album. So enjoyed that.
A Brighter Day. Now, when you hear Stiggs talk, I kind of went into a little bit detail about it. You know what I mean? Where the original was supposed to be on my album and the remix was supposed to be on the Christmas, but things got kind of flip-flopped around. You know what I mean? So Big Chuck came through on my solo album and blessed that. So I called that the remix, and now I'm calling this the original. It's you're going to enjoy the music. It's the exact same beat from the album. From the Fade to Black Face of Life album. I didn't change too much to it as far as song structuring, right? I kept it the same. I did rewrite another hook for it, you know what I mean? And I sent that off to Chris Hall, and she does her thing, you know what I mean? But I also wanted to kind of chime back to the Fade to Black Face of Life version. So I had her sing on if you listen to my album and you listen to a Brighter Day remix, there's a part in there where Big Chuck and I was like doing like a bridge kind of thing. So I had her do the original hook in that slot. You know what I mean? To kind of give nod back to the original movement of that track. You know what I mean? So that's A Brighter Day, man. And I'll let Stiggs tell you, and Crystal Clear tell you how they came up with it on their verses. But for my verse, I know I was going to be the last verse. Like I say, I really wanted to push Big Stiggs and Crystal Clear out this year because I'm good, man. You know what I mean? I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna do music, man, but my focus is really on running the label, right? So I knew I was gonna be the third verse, so I was kind of letting them guys give me a little bit of direction how they wanted to go about it. Chris laid the first verse. Big Stiggs came in and laid his verse. I said, okay, let me close out the joint with something that's like really dynamic, right? We're looking for a brighter day, recharge, escape the pain. You know what I mean? So that's how A Brighter Day came together, man. You know, it's a weird track of the history behind it, but both versions, I love both versions of it. Matter of fact, I like all three versions of it. Y'all haven't heard the third version because I'm still gonna get Carlos back in here to redo his parts, and then maybe we'll re-release that as, I don't know, Remix 2, I don't know. We'll figure it out, man. But yeah, that's A Brighter Day, man.